Have you ever stopped for a second and really thought about what's happening inside your cat's body when they eat wet food every single day? Not what you see on the outside. Not just they like it more. But what's actually changing deep inside their system. Because most cat owners believe wet food is just a slightly better option, a more premium choice, something you give as a treat or to spoil them. But that's not the full story. The reality is, something much bigger is happening. Something that affects how their organs function, how their body processes nutrients, how they feel physically, and even how they behave around you. And once you truly understand these changes, it might completely change the way you feed your cat forever. Because from the very first day you switch to wet food, their body doesn't just adjust. It starts transforming. 1. Their body finally gets the hydration it was designed for. Let's start with something almost every cat owner has noticed. Why does your cat barely drink water? You fill the bowl. You refresh it. You even move it to different places. And still, they barely touch it. It's easy to assume they're being picky, or lazy, or just weird. But none of that is true. This behavior is actually completely natural. It's instinct. Cats evolved as desert hunters. Their ancestors survived in dry, harsh environments where water sources weren't always available. So instead of relying on drinking water, they adapted in a different way. They got almost all of their hydration from the prey they hunted. Small animals like mice and birds contain around 70 to 80% moisture. That means every time a wild cat eats, they're not just getting food. They're getting water at the same time. Over thousands of years, their bodies adapted to this system. Their thirst drive became naturally low, because it didn't need to be high. They were never designed to depend on drinking water separately. Now fast forward to today. Your house cat still has that same biology. Now that we understand how wet food starts changing your cat's hydration and weight, there's another set of changes that most owners don't notice right away. Because they don't show up immediately in a dramatic way. They show up quietly. Visually, behaviorally, and over time, they become impossible to ignore. 3. Their coat starts revealing what's happening inside. Take a moment and really look at your cat's fur. Not just a quick glance, but a proper look. Does it feel soft and silky when you touch it? Does it shine naturally under light? Or does it feel a bit rough, dry, maybe even slightly dull or flaky in some areas? Because here's something most people don't realize. Your cat's coat is not just about grooming. It's one of the clearest reflections of their internal health. Think of it like a visual report card from inside the body. When nutrition is balanced and the body is functioning properly, the coat looks healthy. When something is missing, the coat is usually the first place it shows. Things like excess shedding, dull fur, dry or flaky skin, greasy texture in some areas. These are not just cosmetic issues. They are signals. They're the body's way of saying something is not quite right. Now let's connect this back to food. Wet food is naturally rich in two extremely important things: high-quality animal protein and essential fats. These are the exact building blocks your cat's skin and coat depend on. Protein helps rebuild and maintain fur structure. Fats help maintain moisture, shine, and skin health. On the other hand, dry kibble goes through heavy processing. And during that process, a lot of natural nutrients can be reduced or altered before they ever reach your cat's body. So when you switch to daily wet food, something noticeable begins to happen over time. Not instantly, but steadily. Within a few weeks, many owners start noticing fur becoming softer, less excessive shedding, a smoother, more natural shine, reduced dryness or flakiness. It's not magic. It's by